Welcome back to At Home with Lynn. I'm so glad you're joining me today. Let's chat. Grab your coffee. We're going to chat about shopping, pantry, stockpiles, budgets, and menus. How about that all rolled up into one? So grab that coffee and let's do this. So if you hear somebody snoring in the background, I do get questioned often, is that your husband snoring? No, that's our dog Kip. He is sound asleep. Like he wasn't gonna budge. So he's snoring away. If you hear that, you'll know that that's just the pup over in the corner here. So I want to talk about the way we food shop, the way we shop for groceries and, things that we need for our pantries and our stockpile. And it's always fascinated me listening to conversations. I had one with somebody the other day, and she said her husband, she likes to stock up. She likes to have things in the house. He hates excessive amounts of pasta and anything. And he always likes to shop like 3 or 4 days. So it got me thinking about how people shop, why do they shop that way, and how that affects us. So I wrote down a few ways that I've personally done this. Maybe you do this. And also in chatting about this, it might give you, maybe, one of the things I've heard from many viewers is that, I really like that you talk about something new and different. I find that sometimes, if we talk about one subject over and over, we kind of get stuck in a rut of, there's so many things you can say about a certain topic. And I don't think we've covered this on our channel too much. Like you'll see my food hauls and shopping and things like that. But how do we actually go grocery shopping? Well, one way you can do, where I've talked about, I just need a few fillers. So, I got a few things in the fridge, a few things in the pantry, 1 or 2 things in the freezer, but maybe I need a loaf of bread or a bag of potatoes. I just need those few fillers. Sometimes you're just going to buy the fillers to get you through to the next paycheck or the next whatever, you fill in the blank. So do you ever shop for just the fillers? I do that quite often. And I probably do that more often of late, the season that I'm in, than I used to do before. Another way we do, I got to do everything. Massive food shop. We're out of everything. We have nothing. I got 1 can of this and a carrot and 1 onion and maybe a half a cup of milk. We got to do a huge shop. That might mean going to Costco's and going to Walmart, going to the local grocery store, hitting the Aldi, doing a few shopping trips here, there, and everywhere. Got to fill the pantry, the stockpile, the fridge. Maybe it's the beginning of the season and you like to, which one of the things that I have been enjoying, a different way of doing it, is fill up big in the beginning of a season, winter, spring, summer, or fall, then eat through it during that season, buy the fillers, and then the next season we got to fill up again. So maybe that's what you do. Another one would be like this person I said, they like to go, her husband likes to, he primarily does the shopping, and he likes to buy 3 or 4 days at the most, buy what they need, use what they need, and then go out and get it again. I don't know if maybe that's how, he grew up and that's the way they did it. I don't know. I'm not saying there's any right or wrong way. So don't think that I'm leaning toward like, this is how it should be done. There is no right or wrong way. What's right for you is right for you. And what's wrong for you is wrong for you. And it could be, you're in a new season financially. It could be you're in a new season of marriage or having children or being, the children are out of the house. If you're a family of 1, you're just in a new season. Maybe you've relocated, you're in a new apartment. The stores are in a different location. There's all kinds of reasons. Another way we shop is, I would say probably the average person does a 1 to 2 week shopping trip. Every week, every 2 weeks. Some people do once a month. Some of us shop, just for the fillers, and maybe every 3 to 4 days or 1 to 2 weeks. So that's some ways that we shop. Then how do you, depending on how you shop, would be maybe how you plan your menu. So you may just shop by using a strict menu plan. Some people will write their menu out, and here's what we're having for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Let's just go with a week's worth. So now you have that. So you go to the grocery store and or you place an order and have it delivered or whatever. And this is the food I need. We're going to have hamburgers, we're going to have spaghetti, we're going to have a package of chicken. So you buy just those exact things. Your menu is planned, and there you go. I know some people do like every Tuesday's Taco Tuesday. Every Friday is pizza night. Whether you do homemade pizza, you buy, you know, one of the $5 pizzas at Walmart, or I know some people include like a takeout, you know, what do they call it? To-go night or something like that. So that maybe is one option of how you plan your menu. Another one might be you just shop for the sales, which I've done many times. I've just shopped for the sales, and then by a wing and a prayer, whatever was on sale, that's what we got, and that's what we made our meals from, because if it wasn't on sale, I couldn't afford to buy it, and I had to do that. Another one would be, which I've done for years. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason, and I would love to know if there's anybody else out there like that. I just go and I get my basics, you know, and then yeah, that looks pretty good this week. We'll throw that in the cart. Yeah, I like that. I like this. There's so many times I've gotten home and I've just scratched my head and went, I bought all this food. I have 8-10 bags of food. Do I have any meals in this, you know, allotment of food? Because I've kind of randomly threw things in there, not thinking of a meal plan. And with that type of shopping, you have to be very creative. Maybe you're on a limited budget and you're buying things that you could afford, and it's like, I'm gonna have to really be creative here. I can only afford these few things, and I just don't know how to make this work. So if you find yourself in a situation like that, cookbooks are great. Pinterest, Google, asking friends.
Someone was detected at your front door.
You know, ask friends. I've got a package of chicken. I'm up to here with chicken. What can I do? How can I make this into a great meal? So there are ways that we all food shop, and there's ways that we all plan our menu, and they go in conjunction with each other, right? Like if you're a strict menu planner, I can't. I've tried. I can't do it. I think it's the creativeness in me. I don't know. I'll plan a menu, and then I'll buy, you know, this is this week's dinners, and I'll look and I'll say, I don't want to eat any of it. I'm not interested. And I have this thought of something I want to make, and I'm like, yeah, it's not in my freezer. I get bored with routine. And so I've tried even doing like, say Monday is pasta night versus it's spaghetti night. So we'll do pasta night. And maybe Tuesday is barbecue night. So that could be barbecue burgers or hot dogs on the grill, or grilled chicken, or, you know, and then I'll do maybe another night would be a roast night. So it could be roast chicken, roast pork, roast beef. So I gave myself a little bit more flexibility. I kind of like that. Every once in a while I got tired of it. I'd be curious, how do you guys do it? How do you plan your menus? Do you plan your menus and then do you shop, or do you shop and then plan your menus? It would be interesting to see. I love watching people also in the grocery store, because I'll watch, like, you can see some people have their list and they're very systematically buying, I need 2 loaves of bread, I need 1 of these, 2 of these, and 6 of these. Those people are probably very much on budget. I'm more the type of, you know, if you know what a sanguine personality is, yeah, we'll throw this in there, grab 2 of those, grab 6 of those, yeah, 1 of those, that looks good too. And I'm in a rabbit trail. So I find I do better ordering online for the most part if I have to do a big one, because I kind of like, I stick to the same things. So it all all of this adds up to your technique, your style, your budget, your taste, no pun intended, your taste of how you like to do things, and your family dynamics, you know, family of 1, family of 10, you got older kids, you have toddlers in the house, it's you and your husband, you yourself are older, you eat differently, you're in a healthy regime and you want to eat better. So maybe you need to do more of a menu plan so that you are strictly eating very good diet of food and so on. I know somebody that buys 2 meats a week, and they have 4 or 5 kids, and they make those 2 meats work for them. They buy the same thing every week. They get 1 roast pork and 1 roast chicken, and they will just cook it up. differently and add seasonings and change up the flavors of those two meats. But this person said that they like doing that and they buy the same food every single week. Same number of gallons of milk and bread and vegetables and so on. And they just recreate menus based on those same things. So let's say her budget's $100 a week. It might fluctuate depending on if she gets something on sale or the price went up. But for the most part, she knows that she needs $100 a week because they buy the same thing and they just change it up. I kind of like that idea. I'm just in a new season. Our kids are grown. Most of, family that we used to have over doesn't come over anymore. And my husband and I, just our taste buds have changed. We're getting a little older, and I think so, and I've mentioned this before, sometimes we're not as hungry, and our youngest son pretty much cooks for himself, and he's become, very good at making meals for himself. So we're in a new season. I got to change this up a little bit, how I do it and what I do. All the above works just depending on the season that you're in. And so one of the things too I have found that, for me at least, is this thing right here. This is one of my pantries. So I've shown this before. Close this door. So this is one side, the other side's identical. This cabinet is in my living room. My sister came over the other day and she said, "Where's your pantry you were mentioning?" I said, "The cabinet in the living room with the flowers on it." She says, "That's your pantry?" She said, "It fits right in your living room." I don't have a lot of space and I had to be creative. So we found this. This was in the garbage. Somebody was throwing it out. We hauled it home. Voila. It's now one of my pantries. It houses my pasta all on the top shelf. You'll see this, SpaghettiOs are down here. This is one of our son's fun treats that he likes. Our tomato sauces are here. I have packaged soups like a chicken noodle soup. These are like an emergency soup base that I can use. I like keeping those on hand. We have cans of soup. I am not a canned soup person. As a matter of fact, tonight I'm making homemade broccoli cheese soup, and I made my first loaf of sourdough bread with my sourdough starter in my bread machine. So we're going to try that out tonight. And then at the bottom, I have peanut butters and jellies and jams and pancake syrups. And then to the right of that, I have some things that I have vacuum sealed, like pancake mix and oatmeals and things like that. So this is one of the areas where I store food. I no longer have a full designated section that's just the stockpile. I have combined my stockpile and my pantry together. You can see I'm converting to jars. So I have jars of shells, and I write on the top, they are medium shells, how long it takes to cook them. And I do a double layer, and this way, when this is empty and I have to pull the other one up front, I know how quickly I go through it. I have my penne pasta and some other ones that we use, periodically for soups. But I'm trying to reorganize it in my baskets over here. I have linguine, angel hair, and regular spaghetti, and egg noodles as well. So I'm going to show you what this looked like beforehand. It was a mess, but I went to the Dollar Tree and I picked up the essentials. These are wonderful. They're probably for your refrigerator. I used some of them in there. And then I also got these, and these are essentials as well. And the storage, and it's for the cans. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I spent under $10. I think I got about 8 different organizers and some of these plastic bins to just try and help me pull this together. My pantries, my stockpiles, my cabinets. We've been living out of them for now 13 months of eating out of our stockpile and pantry, and we've done well. So I went through this one, I cleaned it out, I reorganized it, and I had cans of some soup and tomato products and peanut butters and jelly. I had an overabundance. We have, many of you know, I'm in a food network where we swap out food, and I just had more than I realized because my pantry was not organized. So I organized it. I halved all of that because I just won't go through it. Here's the thing. In a lifetime, would I go through it? Yes. But in the meantime, I can share that with somebody else. I don't need that. Like, I get to a point where enough I have to draw the line. Enough is enough. We're good. I'm good. So I drew the line. This is where I would be comfortable. I took all that stuff. I had 2 bags of food. My sister came over and my mother. They both went through it. They took some food. And the rest I'm going to give to some other people that I know that would be grateful to have that extra type of food for them. So I'm going to show you at the end of this video a quick, just a snippet of how messy it looked. And then I'm going to show you a quick snippet on how neat and tidy it looks. And all the containers in here, other than 1 cardboard box, everything else came from the Dollar Tree. And I'm really excited. So I hope you enjoy seeing that. And as I get through the other, I have another cabinet here, 1 cabinet, 2 cabinets, 3 cabinets, 3 or 4 cabinets plus a shelf where I have different items and different types of foods. Works with my brain. You know, you got to work with what this works for me. Somebody else might look at this and say, this doesn't match. It matches in my brain. And now that this is neat and organized, I can say when I want to do, you know, my basic list I showed you the other day, I can just do a quick, like, you know what, pasta good on, tomato sauce good on soup, good on this, because it's neat and it's organized. I don't have to take this huge inventory. I don't have to take all this time to come up with a shopping list. I'm just going to use my simplistic, basic shopping list. Are you with me? You feel like simplifying your life? Go to the Dollar Tree or get some boxes or containers or shoe boxes. Start organizing your food and start realizing that, you know what? I probably don't need some of these items I have. Share them with somebody else who's in need. Reach out to a friend, put together a little goodie basket and tell them, I just wanted to encourage you today and bless you today. Okay, guys, I'll leave the rest of the video of the messy and the cleaned up pantry. I'll catch you all on the next video.